Hey, for all my listeners out there, man, I got the opportunity tonight, man, to sit down with an incredibly gifted R&B artist, man. Should I say composer? Should I say engineer? Should I say all the different things that it takes for this cat to put his music out, man? This cat is D.Amonte. We gonna sit down with D for a little while, baby. He gonna let us know what it is for him to do the things that he do in the business that he's in. So, Dave, baby, how the industry treating you these days, son?
Man, how the industry treating anybody nowadays? The industry is crazy, right?
Oh, man.
I think by now we know what we involved in, right? With the music industry, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
like all the little secrets that we used to know about is all kind of like all to the forefront now.
Yes.
But independence. That's the major thing. As long as I'm able to, stay independent and be able to do the things I like and own my masters and do those type of things, I'm in it to win it.
All right, so let's start it off. Let everyone know where it is that you're originally from and how long you've been putting in your work.
I'm from Philly.
Okay.
Philadelphia. Born and raised. I'm here now, living in Phoenix. And I've been doing this since I've been 14.
14.
Yeah.
So you knew you always wanted to be a singer in, school?
Well, the thing about me is that I knew I wanted to do something in entertainment. Like when I
Okay.
was younger, I used to do all the little stuff, like look at, like Little Richard Pryor things and Red Box Records and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm that old. So, I used to do that a whole lot because I want to do something, comedy, stand up. I always knew I was going to do something about writing.
Okay.
Until I was like 12, 13, 14, I started doing the voice thing and singing and realized I can take my writing skills and hone it and then make a song.
That's interesting that you can know what you want and then manifest it and have it come into fruition.
They say that's how it's done, right?
Yeah. Always. Did you have anybody like in your background, like family-wise, that was
No, I had a
with
few
their
buddies
music?
though. No, I had I actually was from the block from 58th and Washington Avenue. It's actually the block with Patti LaBelle. It's a few doors down. The doors down that she was like. I don't think she was born and raised on her block, but she was.
Okay.
She was before she made it big. 58th and Washington Avenue was where she hailed.
Okay.
So we knew her family and all that. So that's the only really influence I had that wasn't family.
Okay.
We used to, we knew of her, of her fame and everything, and we always wanted to, we knew that somebody from this block made it big. So like when you got that kind of example like that,
Yeah.
it make you want to reach for something. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But then I had friends and people in the neighborhood. They inspired to be something else besides, just sitting around doing negative stuff. So I picked a few of them out and added to what I was trying to do and try to do positive things in the neighborhood, DJing and parties, all that old stuff they used to do, all the grown stuff. Yeah, I did all that stuff. I may be one of the last of the Mohicans with that, like like in that generation as far
jack of
as
all
paying the
trades.
dues
Yeah.
and all that. Yeah, it's not a lot of us, especially in the music industry now. They're not paying no dues.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
And that's an important thing too, being able to pay homage to, the OGs.
You
know what I'm saying?
You should have to go through that
Right.
because they give you a little bit more appreciation of what you're doing.
Yeah. Saying you got.
Well, I want to know. So you did say you was inspired by something or somebody.
Yeah.
But was you inspired? Because we all came up in the church, and generally when you get an R&B singer, he was usually rebellious in church, and he didn't want to follow the church rules. So he kind of stepped out of that realm and stepped into. Was that part of your inspiration? Is that where you started or not? I'm just asking a question.
No, I don't have a church background.
Okay.
But let me tell you, the thing about that is that everybody that I mimic has church background.
Okay.
So it's kind of like I didn't get it. I got it like third party, like, you know what I mean? But yeah, all those guys like Marvin Gaye and all those guys I copied. Donny Hathaway, Sam Cooke, Soul Stirrers. I don't want to go that far back.
Okay.
But, those guys had church backgrounds. So no, I wasn't spiritual or as far as religious. My family weren't. They didn't go do the church thing. But as far as music and my inspiration, as far as that, I got it from those guys.
And you coming out of Philly had a lot to mimic. I mean, y'all had some great ones coming out of Philly. You know what I mean? So one of the people in Philly that you may have emulated or
Teddy Pendergrass.
I didn't want to say nothing. You know what I mean? I wanted to let you tell the story.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I just had an argument the other week, and it really wasn't an argument.
Yeah.
But Teddy Pendergrass was the baddest that ever did it. Like
Yes.
nobody really kind of gives him that man his flowers because of the things that he went through. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna tell that story. I want you to tell it because you from that land. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Teddy Pendergrass is a major influence from where we're from. It's almost like the Wilt Chamberlain of it. Like when you saying things, you don't mention his name because you already know that that's the guy. You know what I mean? But we had a lot of guys. The Iceman, we had a lot of guys. But Teddy did top the list. And Philly International Records. I mean, the OJs. I mean, anything Philly International was like, especially in the 70s,
right?
In the mid 70s and 70s, they ran the land and on that side, especially on the East Coast. So when you had the guys like Teddy Pendergrass and even the Jackson 5 came through Philadelphia International, to do tracks and stuff like that. So yeah, that we proud of that. As a Philadelphian, I'm proud of that. They're proud of that. That I know where those things are located. I know Gamble and Huff, and I know about all that. So yeah, definitely enriched in our history there.
Okay.
Growing up in Philly, how did you stay away from a lot of the elements? Because we coming up on the East Coast, like Philly, New York, and all that. There's a lot of distractions. Let me just say that. You know what I mean? There's a lot of temptations. There's a lot of elements that go on around us every day that kind of disallow us from doing the passionate things that we love to do, man.
Right.
What was your focus? How did you stay focused, man, to be able to kind of withstand some of the things? Because we all get touched and hit by something coming up in those environments. But just tell me a little story, man, and tell us, man, on just basically, man, how you was able to stay focused, man, and the things that you was doing.
Well, that was hard.
I know that's right.
That was really hard. I mean, fighting every day.
Yeah.
Like literally, like going through elementary school, junior high. Those are the things you're dealing with. Like when you're dealing with like peer pressure and that kind of thing. But girls. That was my whole motivation. That was the whole thing. So I mean, a homie of mine, like it wasn't even my idea to start singing. I used to be in a rap group. And a guy of mine, a friend of mine named Damon, he was like, we should start singing because we get more girls. And at that age, 13, you're like, okay. But I didn't even know I had that type of talent till we just started trying to start writing and singing songs. And I'm like, I really can do this. And what happened with me was that once I get motivated with anyone, if anyone get motivated, anything they want to do, and you keep on doing it, become repetitious, boom. Next thing you know, it's like becomes a habit, then becomes like second nature. So, and that's what happened. And then that's what the drive became, where I said, look, this is what I want to do.
Right.
Once I started getting more girls.
Start writing songs for them, writing songs to them.
Where was the first place that you performed where you actually can remember getting bit by the bug to be able to get the more women and be able to get more of that notoriety? You know what I mean? Because it had to start from somewhere.
We had a show in Wildwood. I don't want to go to 1992.
Okay.
That's how long it's been. And we had our first taste of some groupies out there. Cause like back in Wildwood, you know Wildwood. Like what happens is during the summertime, we used to have like old school hip hop groups would hit the boardwalk and would perform all summer long. That's what they do. I don't know if they're doing it now, but that was like a thing.
Okay.
So you had Tim Dog, Poor Righteous Teachers, those kind of guys that would come down to Wildwood and they would perform. Well, we would open up with for those guys. And that was our first little taste of the story is wild, but I won't tell it. But that was our first taste of dealing with some groupies, and from that point on, I was like, we could live a rock star life by doing this. You know what I mean? But we got to be good at it. We got to be really good at it. So
I want to take it back a little bit because not only do you sing, you said you was in a rap group. You were a rapper. How did that start off?
All right, so I was the DJ.
Okay.
So that's where my producing skills come in at.
Okay.
Because when you spin records, even with hip hop guys, when you spin records, a lot of those guys wind up becoming producers.
Right.
And action engineers, and they engineer their own records and stuff like that. So that's where that ability came in at.
Okay.
As far as being the DJ, seeking out beats, blending, and all that kind of stuff, and knowing that's where that came in. I never rapped.
Okay.
I couldn't never rap. I didn't start to rap until later.
Okay.
I couldn't never rap. But what happened with me with rap is that doing hooks and being on so many features, so many rappers, hearing so many styles, it's like, yo, I might can pick up on some of this. So what happened was when I started doing my latest stuff, I started saying, look, I need a rapper.
Okay.
And when guys was procrastinating, I said, oh, well, I'll write my own 16. So I started writing my own 16, and the next thing you know, it became because it's not like it's foreign to me.
Right.
But, I never really felt like I had the ability to actually mimic or do it. Because it's a skill. It's not nothing I take for granted.
I'm curious, because I'm going to step back a little bit. You said something that lets me know that you true Philly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because when you went to tell a story, you stopped because you said some things ain't to be told. Some things ain't to be said. You know what I mean? And that is the sign of a brother that's really from where they from and has really come through that life. You know what I mean? Because of the fact that everything ain't meant to be discussed about all the time. You know what I mean? And so I want to jump forward now, you know what I'm saying, to the music business today, the R&B business today. What is your feelings about that? Is it true R&B, or is it just cats just trying to just say something or nothing? You know what I mean? I want you to express to me, man, on how you feel about music in general, but R&B in specific.
Okay, so R&B, right? So R&B, they classify it with music. They always, it's music. It's not the vocalist. It's always the music. And what they what they're saying R&B is now, it's not what we're used to R&B being. You know what I mean? And I'm not putting a knock. I don't want to knock on or say anything bad about the generation now coming up and what they're listening to, what they think R&B is. But it's not. It has anything to do with vocalists. And the thing with AI is really disturbing to me because of what they can do with AI. It's almost like you need no talent. To do any. Now, when we was coming up, like I said, I feel like we're the last because we had to go through these stages. We had to go on stage and perform. You did Apollo. It's certain things that you did that put you on the front to let you know, hey, you paying your dues.
Right.
There's no due pay. There's nobody paying dues.
Right.
The sound of R&B has changed because the business of it has changed.
Right.
And maybe some people with the wrong hands, got that. Maybe the people, that's actually controlling music, they're not the right people that should be controlling it. Now, as far as that's concerned.
Yeah.
Right. Now, as far as R&B, it's out there.
Oh yeah.
It's out there. It's everywhere. But what the problem is that they're putting the drill music is the drill track, and it's okay for that to exist. But they have that on the top.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's like it's an influx of that.
Right.
And it's like everything else has been like singing, anything that takes something organic to do, they want to push down and keep it like underneath.
I definitely feel like it's a little saturated because you really don't hear as many R&B artists anymore. You don't hear as much R&B music anymore. Like, we used to love slow dancing back in the day. You can't even get that. Now it's like you at the club or you at this place and it's all fast pumping music. It's like nobody wants to slow it down anymore. Nobody, like, music was love. The R&B was love. Like, where's that?
Well, we kind of, I got a take on that. I mean, again, like I said, I think the wrong people have the wrong hands inside our music.
Right.
It's our music. And we have the wrong people distributing it. They pushing it. They got a whole different set of agendas for our music. And then music is a powerful tool, y'all. It really is a powerful tool. And I feel like they figured out a way to weaponize it against our youth. So they won't even listen to somebody like me. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, dude, you ain't got $1 million. It's like, and that's going on. This is 50 years of hip hop anniversary, right?
Right.
I've been seeing LL. I've been seeing them defend Melly Mel and those guys because they don't have $1 million, but they started it. And these cats like, man, forget Melly. I don't think them guys on it because they ain't made the money.
Right.
And it's like they want to kind of discount and discredit the contributions.
Right.
That's what we're dealing with. People are ignorant. That's why I'm saying they come in ignorant. It's like, okay, I got this, and you guys ain't paved the way for anything. You know what I mean? We did this all on our own.
How many albums have you had an opportunity to be able to produce or be involved with or put out? You know what I mean? Or tracks and stuff. I mean, I want you to kind of give us a little synopsis of, man, what it took from you to when you first started and when people were probably listening to you and not feeling you,
Yeah.
Because everybody gets that.
No
you know
doubt.
what I mean? And I want you to talk about that a little bit, man, on how you kind of progressed to where you are now. But I want to start with the people who wasn't the believers, because we like to chomp on them non-believers. You know what I mean? So give us a little bit of that, baby.
So I got at least 6 studio albums
Okay.
that I recorded.
Okay.
And a lot of the songs are written by me. Not all of them, but at least 85 to 90% of the songs are written by me. I have songs of all kind of, I have songs where I've written them all, produced them, or I produced them and not, you know what I mean? It's just all kind of, whatever we got to do to kind of get a hit thing going on, try to get the best out of each song. We try to do. But I have 6 studio albums. I have a lot of collabs. And family. Family, like, when you talk about family's like your first detractors, right? They're your first ones that my grandmother, like, I did some newspaper articles, and my grandma was like really, you want to talk about truth personified, like Philly, like one of those old, like really sharp tongue. She did a newspaper interview, and I'm thinking she gonna stay classy, like tell the truth, make me look good, you know what I mean? Like, she straight told them exactly how she felt, you know what I mean? It was like, oh, he sounded horrible in the beginning, horrible. I wish they would shut up, and now when I listen to some of those tapes, I'm like, damn, we should have had shut up. Like, it was really bad, But that's how it is when you first getting started. You got to take those punches. I mean, if you don't, then you'll stop. You just completely stop. So you take those licks, and I took those licks and hold my style. And now fast forward to today, and we still have non-believers.
Right.
Yeah. So the non-believers are the ones that because you're not on TV, you're not the ones that, you're not behind that camera, for me, I like to, I'm gonna make an album. It's gonna be called Uncompromised, because I'm not able to be compromised in any kind of way, because I want to own what I do.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what I want to do. A lot of these cats, I look at a lot of different interviews where these established guys are saying they're not getting paid for work. The stuff that I heard happen to Teddy Riley, and y'all seen these, it's like, wow, like, he didn't get paid for that. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, you can't believe it though, but that's the kind of thing we're dealing with. So if they're dealing with that, you can imagine what kind of thing I'm dealing with on the level I'm on, a whole lot of doubt.
And how important is it for, like, what do you think about the importance of people actually being independent and having more creative control over their music and getting paid for what they're doing? Because I know a lot of people invest into these streaming platforms, but then they're not getting really as much money back into the streaming platforms. A lot of people don't even know about the royalties and the different things that can get paid from BMI and just different things like that and ASCAP. But what do you think about that?
So that's like the new thing now, man.
Yeah.
So independence meaning,
and back in the day we didn't have to stream.
Oh, we had no. And they're getting robbed on streams now.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is that it's funny because you go independent, you get all the business information. So whereas though you can cut the third party off, and you can get in there and you get inside, you get streams, and then you find out that, wow, you're not really getting too much of nothing. It's all tied into business. It's according to who you get down with. You got a lot of different streaming services. You know what I mean?
Right.
You got CD Baby and DistroKid.
Right.
You really have to know and read the fine print. Not everything is meant for every artist. Like, they got different ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They have different ones. So according to what kind of artist you are, you can figure out which ones you should sign up to. You know what I mean? But independence is alive and well and kicking.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
I want to talk about your style, because you skipped over that. So you can't get past me, baby, with that. Like, I'm sharp. I'm sharp, how sharp I am.
Yeah.
Your style. Where did you develop your style? Because everybody has or develops their own particular style. You know what I mean? And I'm curious to where you developed your style from. You know what I mean? Like,
right. So my thing is more like for me, coming up, like, my style was neo soul. That was the era where I felt like I flourished the best in. So those type of Applejack hats and the kind of mimic of the '70s type of clothing style, and Smokey Robinson and falsettas, and those are the kind of things that I kind of like mimic coming up, and that's what I like to do. So they did kind of bring that style back to the forefront with the neo soul thing, but then that dropped out. So my whole thing now is like, you know, because I've always been an athlete. I always
Okay.
played ball, always did things that's athletic. So I kind of got a mix between athletic. I like to be comfortable with things I have to wear. I don't like.
Right.
I'm not really a suit wearer. I'm like a. So whenever I'm dressed on the stage or whatever, I try to be comfortable. My thing is kind of like laid back, really, totally laid back. You know, it's not a classy type thing. It's not a rugged type thing,
Right.
but something in between. Like I like to try to bridge, you know, even with the style as far as the music.
Okay.
I want my music not to appeal to a whole young audience, but not to an older audience, but I like to be right even keel, like in the middle.
So you have your own style with just everything that you're doing as far as singing. You've rapped, you've DJ'd. Have you ever thought about acting, going into any acting, or do you have anything where you're working on anything?
I don't have anything where I'm doing. I'm open to acting, but I did like, you know, you do like videos and stuff like that, and we do acting, do a little acting there. Always, I did a little acting when I was younger, and that's always been on my radar, doing a little acting, always. But again, those type of things, it provide its own hurdles, just like music.
Right.
It's almost as hard as getting into acting, modeling, any of that stuff. If you trying to do anything, you trying to get behind the camera, it takes politics, it takes all kinds of things. And I got a clothing thing I'm working on too.
Okay.
That's the thing. Kind of wanted to bring y'all some treats too.
Yeah. Okay.
I got my little I have my clothing line where I have I'm wearing a shirt right now.
Okay.
D.AMONTE, stitched in, and these are my first album is called The Mind of a Guilty Man.
Okay.
So this is The Mind of a Guilty Man. That was me. I was the mind of a guilty man. Right there. Little t-shirt with the logo in the back. See D.AMONTE.
Okay.
I actually brought you something.
What?
Yes, I did.
Always get the breaks.
Come
on, come on now.
Pull up on Sands, do nothing. Man,
It's gonna be the only one of this kind. So I got some things coming to get in contact with
So,
you.
and as we're talking about your attire, we do know now that, you know what I'm saying, because you're in the business and things that you do, you have to diversify. You know what I'm saying? You have to diversify in the many businesses and the many things that you do in order to be able to stay relevant out here. You know what I mean? But I want to circle back, man, to some of the music that when you have been putting out over the years, man.
Okay.
How do you pick somebody, or how do you choose a particular person that you want to collab with? Because we do know there are times when you collab with somebody, it might be another R&B singer, it might be a cat that drops a 16 or some hip hop on you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know there's not a preference because it all depends on how well the music sounds or how good the music or the product is that you're actually putting out.
Right.
But I'm like, what's your preference? Sometimes when you're choosing different people and you're choosing different folks to collab with, is it a feel? Is it something they have? I mean, you tell me the story.
Well, what it is that when I was younger, I just did hooks. Like, you know, like you hire you to do hooks. You do the hooks, you come in, you do the 16 or whatever that is, you do the 8 or, and it is what it is. A little bit, now I'm a little bit more conscious. You know, who I'm dealing with, who I lay down with, as far as business and as far as I do tracks with. The chemistry got to be there.
Right.
I mean, you can do a track, we can set up to do a track together.
Right.
And we can get in there, and it's like this thing ain't hitting right. Shit, you know what I mean? It happens, you know what I mean? Like, because each song is a body of work. You know what I mean? And we know an album is a collection of work, but each song is almost like a body of work. So each thing may have one writer, may have 2-3 writers, may have some arrangers, people that arrange the song or melody, do the melody. So sometimes the chemistry of the track, you know, you gotta hit a back seat because it's not working out.
Right.
So I try to get down with people that that's on the same vibe as far as their mental.
Yeah.
Like where they are, you know, in their life right now. Like we're dealing with a young person right now. If I'm doing a collab with a younger guy, you know, I'm not too, you know.
Right.
It is what it is, you know. It's according to where they're going, where they're taking the track at.
Right.
A lot of people do these tracks, they don't go nowhere with it.
Right, and that's what I was going to
Yeah.
touch on too, because people just put out stuff just to be putting out stuff, and I don't think people really know the importance of artistry,
Making a song.
especially as an artist, and you're making a song, and then you want to collab with someone, and then you ask them what they're going to do with the song, and then they say, oh, I'll put it out, but then they never put it out.
Right. Collabing is also it's good to collab with as far as what we want to hear, but it's actually a business. Right. It's a business move. When you collab with somebody, it's because, say like for instance, I want to collab with somebody from down south.
Right.
These guys got the numbers down there. You know what I mean? If I don't have to pay him and he so happen to get lucky and say, hey, listen, when we do a collab, I got some numbers going on up here. You know, you might want to bridge that, you know, kind of collab so that we can share numbers, you know, and so we can gain some of your following. That's what collabing. Collabing is not only for sound; it's also a business move.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't know, for all our listeners, y'all hear the way Sonny's talking all that. I don't know if y'all know in here, Sonny was an artist. Sonny is an artist, still an artist.
Okay, Sonny.
Sonny got a lot of stuff, videos, and Sonny been in the game. And
I'm from St. Louis.
Right,
I used to battle rap.
I
used to battle rap, and
Right.
I used to do music. I've been doing music probably since I was 13.
Right.
Write my own music, all of that good stuff, and featured on some things, and toured, done a lot of things. And then I kind of took a break from it because, like you were saying too, you want to do things that you love too. So music is always still a part of me, but I always wanted to do, hosting and, interviewing and still being a part of it and being branched out and stuff like that. Now I'm getting the opportunity and it's coming back around to me, and, I'm getting invited to perform and do some things and stuff like that. So now I'm kind of pretty much open, because at first I was like, I retired. I ain't really,
That's what I be on. That's what I be on, because you like,
But I ain't gonna let you retire, goddamn. So you already know me. So you talk every time shit all you want to. Listen, when some shit come up, I call my man over there. He gonna come rock the joint. You know what I'm saying? So it always ain't good.
Yeah.
Because there are times, DeAmonte, when there was a time or many times where you perform and the house may not have been feeling you.
It'd be like that.
Tell me one of them stories, man. I need you to.
Okay, I got it.
Or too, with that, even chiming in with what he said too, the performance wise, and then if your microphone stopped, did you keep going or did you? What happened with that?
What you talking about? So we got booed at the Apollo.
Wow.
We got booed at the Apollo when I was coming up. So yeah, we got a boo at an Apollo style like in Philly.
Okay.
That was even worse. Philly is the rock. If you think Harlem is bad, we got booed in the Apollo style like.
Yeah.
So I've always had these performances. You know what happens with me is that when I was coming up, I was dealing with a lot of guys that was in the hip hop. Hip hop was with me. Like, I try to do R&B without hip hop, but they just keep combining it.
Yeah.
So a lot of times you do shows where you're gonna be doing something with some hip hop guys.
Right.
So when you're doing a hip hop show, and the microphone you use for hip hoppers and the microphone you set up that you got for R&B singer, it's totally different.
Right.
So a lot of times I be doing my R&B, vocals and R&B songs on, hip hop schematics, and then it don't turn out too well. Like the mic cracking, there's something going on, or the engineer that's there is not. The mic may cut off, and you got to keep performing. You got to keep performing. Yeah, I had a show a few years ago at this place called Risque in Philadelphia, and the mic was doing some cut off kind of stuff, and they thought it was a part of the act. They thought it was a part of it, like, because I kept going. And the thing about it was the music was still playing. I guess it was still playing, and I was still singing, but it would keep popping in. I'm like, well, I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah.
So when the hook came in, it was on time. And I was like, so they thought it was on purpose, and it was not on purpose.
But see, that's the importance of it, because I done seen some people music went out right when they performing and they just walk off stage.
And
I be
listen,
like,
Cardi,
what?
you just throw a mic at somebody. Did somebody just throw a mic at somebody?
I mean, it's bananas these days. You know what I mean?
You threw a mic at somebody and they bust a lady in the head. So they'll do something else.
I need you to talk about the professionalism of your craft, because there's a lot of cats out here that's not, they can sing, but because of the wildness that's going on, you know what I mean, when it's all about the figure, it's all about the curve, it's all about the body, you know what I'm saying? That I need you to discuss, man, about the true essence of the craft and how you always keep your professionalism when you're doing your thing.
The thing about that is that's why I think they need to give a class. They need to give it for new artists.
Yeah.
For people that want to get inside this business.
There's no more
it needs to be a fundamental.
Yeah.
The things are do's and don'ts that you don't do. At any time, you should always stay professional. On stage, in business meetings, you should always remain professional on stage, at any time. So you go on stage and things not working out in your favor, you know what I mean? I don't care if you're getting booed. I don't care if the DJ is. You always got to remember what people see and what they're going to remember. How you reacted to this and that and the third.
Right.
That's going to be the thing about it. They're going to remember the music went out. They're going to remember your reaction, how you handled it. in a professional manner.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying. You gotta always stay. You could be sleepy. Now, mind you, people have bad days. Don't get me wrong, but for the most part, you should always make sure you on point. Your language, how you talk to people, you know, how you deal, and understand that you are a brand. If you're doing some talent show, you don't know, you're not sure what you're doing. But if you're actually doing this, you're actually becoming a brand. These people are going to remember you as a brand, like your brand, actual brand. You know what I mean? So these are the things that, just like these professional hotels and things you're dealing with, they have a certain mindset. They have a certain criteria to. They keep themselves up on it. They try to keep the employees up on that. You got to be an employee in your own brand. You got to make sure you keep your shit up to standard. You know?
So because you put out as many albums as you put out, when you just talked about the segue into your brand, the segue into what it looks like, how it looks, how do you choose on what your cover's going to look like? How do you choose of the pictures that you want to put out of how people perceive you?
Team. Team of family members, friends. You know what I mean? So whenever I do an album cover or anything like that, I have plenty of people eyes and plenty of different people giving input on what's the best photo or this, that, and the third, you know? So it's always a lot of input. You should never do it by yourself.
You can't do it by yourself.
You can't do it by yourself.
I just want to appreciate you, let you know, man, I'm going to give you flowers, you know what I mean? Because a lot of people, you know, they let you go through life and they don't really want to talk about you till you're not here no more, you know what I mean? And I am not that guy, you know what I mean? Part of me building my brand is because I'm interacting with people like yourself, you know what I mean? Now, years ago, for those of you who don't know, I know I'm talking, y'all can't see me right now, but I heard him singing and I seen him doing something, and then I don't even know if I had a conversation with him, but his music I felt. And so we put him in Media Made magazine. And he don't know it blew up. I'm getting calls all the time from all the girls. They want to talk to D.AMONTE, and I'm like, yo, hold up, it ain't that kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like, just, you know, you just can't just pull up on my man backstage. You know what I mean? And just go crazy. You know, it's not like that. You know what I mean? So I said all that to say, man, about you cannot do these things by yourself, man. And you always got to have a team behind you. You always got to have some believers, man, that's with you, man. Some real loyal folks, man. That no matter what you do, they still a fan. You know what I mean?
Media Made has definitely been one of them.
Yeah, man.
Since I've been here in Phoenix, there's been a lot of people I've been dealing with, but definitely Media Made wrote that story, did the shows, you know, bro. I mean, I can't say nothing but good things about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's next, man? What's the next thing the next music? Because there's a lot of shit coming out your camp that we're going to be paying attention to. No doubt about that. You got your brand, you got your attire. You know what I mean? What musically? What should we be looking forward to?
I got some stuff.
Okay.
I got something. I think I sent you a song. I got something. Actually, I had a situation in Philadelphia not too long ago where we were doing what they call a compilation,
Okay.
an R&B compilation,
Okay.
and the Rough Nation was putting it together. I don't know if you know who Chris Schwartz is in Rough Nation and all that.
Yeah.
They was putting it together, but they reneged on it. But in the meanwhile, I had went in there and did a song for it.
Okay.
So it's called The Edge of Your Seat. We're pushing it. We're trying to push it. I'm just trying to find the right platform for it. But yeah, we're trying to figure out ways to now push that. It's a really nice song. It's a slow song, like or a mid-tempo type. It's R&B, and it's some music instrumental in it too.
Okay.
It was produced by my man Music Dot. He's out here too, based in Phoenix. I linked up with him, and it's called EDGC. I got other songs that I got coming out. I got a song called Frontin' Online.
Okay.
Of course, you already know what that's about. I had to make a song called Frontin' Online.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
Oh.
Frontin', ain't they?
Oh my God.
Listen. I'm gonna tell you about that real quick. So I got a friend of mine that I went to school with, right? And we just met up. Just real short, we just met up. And I was trying to get her to promote some of my music with her because I seen that she had a nice little following. Now, mind you, she don't do music. She didn't do anything like that. And she actually looked at me like, "You want me to do what?" Like she had it popping. Now, mind you, I've been singing for a long time. You know, it's a person that can really help me out, man. This is goes to your story by saying like about people that's like not supporting, or I don't want to call her a hater, but it wasn't really the support I needed.
Right.
And then I'm like, well, I'm trying to do this. So you got a couple people you can you can put my music on your page, and it wasn't really bad music. It was part of the good stuff that I had, and that's why part of that me getting motivated to write that song was because she really actually fronted because she thought she was something else online, and then fronted on me offline.
Right.
So that's what that song is about.
So and you segue right into the next question, man. You know what I mean? Because of the fact that we gotta be more creative in so many different ways now. You know what I mean? To where before, if you had a craft, then your craft carried you through the way. You know what I mean? Or carried you through what you were trying to do. Now it's about being possibly a buffoon or some shit on social media for people to want to know who you are, man. So just I need you to just talk about, man, a little bit of the transition that you had to do, man, about being creative and being able to create a digital footprint, man, for people to see the way that you do things and who you are today, and the music that you actually put out, and the style and which way you do it.
So I've always wanted to kind of toe the line, during my writing style, controversy type. I like Prince, he would do or say something eventually that'd take your mind off the talent, like wow, and he was polarizing.
Yeah.
So whenever I thought about doing those things, I was like, I want to toe the line. I don't want to be a guy. I want to toe the line a little bit. I want to kind of, put the oomph in it. I want to do things that kind of put me in wow, he's not a normal artist. He's going to say, he may curse in the song. But what they're doing now, what they're doing now, because I already knew, it was like, okay, I got to do some stuff that's going to put me on another plateau away from what everybody else doing. I got to do something different.
Right.
But man, and that kind of slowed me down. I said, if this where it's going, I don't know how famous or popular I'm going to be.
Right.
I'm not doing that.
Right.
I'm not going to do it. And it's like they laughing these people to the top.
Oh, yeah.
What's good is now was like, we've seen that.
Right.
With anything that's foolish and where they can make fun of you, they make fun of you too.
That's what they feel like in now.
We talk about 50 Tyson.
Oh, yeah.
Come on,
like I told you, the buffoonery is unbelievable. You know what I mean? And being that we from an older school, we from a school where it matters to us. You know what I mean? Like we I can't be crazy and then my mama come and look at it. You know what I mean? And then I'm going to get calls from her back home. You know what I mean? Because even though we're not in the city where we used to be and all that, we still have friends and people who taught us a certain way. You know what I'm saying? And then now you result to the buffoonery and you going to get called to the carpet, at least from my people. You know what I mean? They're going to call
somebody should hold you accountable.
Somebody has to hold you accountable.
Yeah, and it's kind of, and it's really kind of hard for me and saying too, because of us being in the media industry and radio industry, and we got to listen to certain music, but we old school, and I kind of still listen to more old school than I do, new school, and and it's just like we gotta filter it out, because it's like, man.
I got older kids, right? So I got in the car with my daughter not too long ago, and she was listening to 90s R&B. And I'm like, what you doing listening to 90s R&B? You know what she told me? She said, well, I want to sing. And I can't listen to my generation because they don't sing. So in order for me to sing a song along with the songs, I gotta listen to y'all music.
And that's what's up.
And she's 17.
Yeah, that's but that's a testament of how you brought it. You know what I'm saying? The trueness of who she is and who you are. You know what I mean? Because she never got away from that. You know what I mean? She didn't come in talking about, because I thought you was going the other way.
Right.
I thought you was going the way where she was listening to some 90s music and she was thinking that, hey, they copied this off of Nicki Minaj or some other shit. You know what I'm saying? And we're like, wait a minute. You know what I mean?
She was giving homage.
With a lot of this stuff that's coming out anyway, new stuff, it ain't nothing but stuff from past, the 70s, 80s samples, and it's like...
So
where we going now with the? So I need you to shout out and plug everything and everybody, man.
Well, let me see that hat over there I gave you. That's a part of it.
Oh, we got gifts.
I'm sorry. I ain't paying attention to the stabbing
Look at that hat
again.
right here. This is for you. This is for my man.
Yeah.
This is his.
Man, the man. Look at that.
Right, that's yours.
Yeah.
And I'm passing you this right here. So what this is this is a USB. It has my album on it and 3 videos.
Oh, that's what's up.
Wow.
And what happens is once you pop, the album's called Heartbreaker.
Okay.
So you break the heart.
Oh,
look at
yeah,
that.
that's hot.
I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah,
You
that's
pop
hot.
up in there and you can listen
That's
to it.
super dope. Look at that,
You know
y'all. Okay.
And of course, I had these two. I have these two as well. I can't. This is my last one. I can't. I got a last two of these, but
Hey, man, do what you do, man.
this right
We
here
come and get them wherever
is
they at.
it's a USB. It pops out.
Oh.
But on this, it was in commemoration of Heartbreaker, the last album I worked
Okay.
on. So everything was in hearts. So we kind of popped this out. You put this inside your whatever you take a USB. If you got a car, you pop this in and you can pop up the songs. If you got TV, you can see the video, or you can look at the videos on the computer.
Whoa, that's
Nice.
dope.
I love that.
So we had
Super
that,
dope.
and those are little ideas that we're working on as far as my brand. We want to try to do something innovative.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because the CD thing, they kind of tell me it's kind of like
Yeah.
I don't even.
Well,
listen
you
to
know
CD
what?
radio.
They still have CDs overseas. People actually still but that's overseas.
They're
You know,
doing
here
records
it's
now.
a
They're
bit
trying to
different.
bring
Yeah.
wax
Yeah, they're trying to bring wax
Yeah.
back. Absolutely trying to bring wax back, man.
so-
That was beautiful, innovative all day, man. I want you to tell everybody where they can go get those hearts, where they can get that some
All right,
things,
so
man.
you see, so right now you just contact me through email.
Okay.
All right, so everybody got email, right? I know everybody got email.
Everybody got
So
email.
my email is D.Amonte, the D.AMONTE, the number 4, the letter U, at Gmail.
Okay.
Or D.Amonte at Yahoo.
Okay.
So you can contact me because, guys, I have a whole lot of things with people, like, again, especially with the music, with the theft of my music. And it's a whole lot of that going on with that.
Yes.
The Spotify thing. I got a lawsuit with Spotify because of what's going on overseas with the theft of my music. And I'm trying to find a good way to put the music out without it being stolen.
Without being stolen.
Right.
And that's hard because
Yeah.
a lot of people want you to go through all platforms. They want you to be on Apple. They want you
Right.
to be on
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of people
Yeah.
are getting their
And that's
trying
why
to
they
get their
give them
music, copywritten and just different stuff like that, just to make sure that they, it's
It's
crazy.
rough. doing it
Yeah.
that way.
So is there a place where when they want to listen to you, they want to chime in some D.Amonte, baby, is it a place where they can go listen to you? Do you have a secure place to where they can listen to your music online?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't have a secure place. But the thing about it is that I'm on all platforms.
Okay.
But this is music that I have no control over.
Right.
Okay.
See, I've been caught in that web as well. You know,
Okay.
I got music
Okay.
out there, but I'm not getting paid. I have no control over it. So I'm trying to figure out ways to have people be interested in my music that I can get paid for.
That you get
I-
paid for.
yeah,
Right.
Right.
Well,
Well, whatever the situation may be, however it goes down, you know what I'm saying? We do play music on MediaMadeMusic.com. So in the event, if we blessed and you give us a track, oh, we banging it all day on
Right.
media. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
I got this heart here.
Like the one
so
I
we
just
did
gave
it.
you.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just making sure. I don't want to be in a lawsuit or nothing.
Right.
so the song "Edge of Your Seat" is on there.
Okay.
It's on there. so.
Okay. Perfect.
It's when you have it.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Perfect.
think
So I've been told I got it already. I'm late to the party today. You know what I'm saying?
it's on there.
But I got it. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna
Oh,
bang
you got it in the email too.
We got it in the email,
Yeah.
man. We're gonna bang in this later on in the day, man. For all those that don't know, man, we want to make sure that y'all understand that, man. Look, man, we got one of the best R&B cats in Arizona online right now,
And I'm available for work.
and he's available for work at all
Alright, come
times,
on.
man. So let everybody know once again, man, your contact information, man. You know what I'm saying? And
So my contact information is again D.Amonte. So D.Amonte would be the Yahoo thing is D.Amonte D.Amonte at Yahoo, and
Okay.
the other one is Gmail D.Amonte at for you, the number 4U at
okay,
Gmail.
Okay.
And you can find me there, or you can also get in contact with you.
absolutely, because I was getting ready to chime in. If you're a little confused and you don't figure it out, or you're not real good with a computer, yo, reach out to us over here at MediaMadeMusic.com, MediaMadeMagazine.com, MediaMadeTV.com.
Media made everything.
Media made everything.
Right?
Just Google us, goddamn, and you'll find us. You know what I'm saying? We also got SB Mills, Sunny the Sun Goddess.
Yes,
you know what I
S.
mean?
Mills
She's got
Media.
her S Mills Media. She got
Follow
her
me on
platform.
Instagram, y'all. Follow Media Made Magazine and S Mills Media, all right?
And Media Sangria is everywhere. So goddamn, if you need to find me, Google. I told somebody that the other day. They looked at me like I was crazy. They said,
You can find me.
I think you can find me. I ain't, you know, I'm good. Believe me. You know what I mean? I ain't one of the guys that want to be famous and all that, but you can find me. Once again, man, everybody, man, I just want to thank you, man, D.AMONTE, for coming out, man, sharing this time with us, man. But before you go, I gotta say this to you, man. I say this to everybody, not everybody, but those that are special to me, man. May you be blessed in all the things that you do every day, and may you prosper in each and everything that you do, each and every day that you do it, my brother. You heard?
Yeah, bro. Thank you.
Yo, no doubt. Peace. Right. MediaMadeMusic.com. Here we are. Peace. Yeah.
We got that one under the belt, right?